Morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning. Oh, keep moving this around. Going for a little morning walk here. Gonna be a real short video. Just have some thoughts I want to share. It's my last week in Michigan though, and moving to Florida, to Miami area. So if there's anybody who watches in the Miami area, hit me up. All right. So I'm gonna talk about wealth and keeping wealth, keeping money. It's kind of a cliche, most people know this without actually having to say it. But I think for me, I still want to talk about it, remind myself that wealth that is achieved quickly usually never lasts. Wealth that is built slowly, methodically, thoughtfully, that is usually wealth that is kept. Now there's rare exceptions, like Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook. That was pretty quick, dramatic rise in wealth. There's some tech companies with AI, but from the majority of history, for most companies, and for the majority of traders, especially, accounts that are grown slowly and sustainably, and that's relative, but slowly and sustainably, far more likely to keep their money. Whereas accounts that YOLO into a stock or dramatically over leverage and win even 10 times in a row, those people are more likely to give it all back. In America and the whole world, really, Europe, China, it's becoming so much more gambling centric. It's becoming such a big part of our society. Kalshi is in the news all the time. Polymarket, politicians are using it who have inside information. Company men and women are using Polymarket and Kalshi. DraftKings is sponsored everywhere, and I really think it's a sad thing. I think one day we're gonna look back at this and we're gonna treat gambling ads like the way we treat smoking ads now. They're not healthy for society. They're not good for society. They want to just say, it's all personal responsibility and it's that person's choice to gamble. And yeah, I'm not going to say personal responsibility doesn't matter. Of course it matters, but society, they have to balance individual freedoms with versus what is best for society, and that's a constant battle. And it's almost every case it's nuanced, and there's good points on both sides. But I do think if there were a lot less gambling ads, or if you had to go to a physical casino to place the bets, it wasn't just so accessible, anyone can just bet on their phone. Anyway, I'm kind of going off topic here, but especially targets young men. Every young guy my age, any guy in their 20s or probably 30s, I guess any age, I would say, and women too, but we all know people, I'm just saying young men especially, everybody knows someone who's just gone way too far over the edge with this stuff and just betting way too much money. And I feel like that doesn't really happen to me with sports. I've definitely sports bet, but in trading, I feel like that is where it can come out for me. And it's been coming out. I've been making risky bets, over leveraging for almost a decade now. I mean, it's been over 8 years since I've been started trading. It's been 8.5 years. So, and I have a system now, but I don't really know what the right thing to do is, because I have a profitable system, but I'm about to start a job where my attention will be I won't be able to really focus on trading in the morning, unfortunately, because of my job. And that's fine, I have to focus on the work, but I still need to trade. And luckily I reinvented my trading strategy because I had a feeling I would be getting a job on Eastern time. So I reinvented my trading strategy to just focus on the first hour and just focus on 20-minute bars, where I trade to break out of the 20-minute bar. Once I get filled, I look down at the 2-minute, and I find the closest 2-minute in that last 20-minute bar, and I put my stop loss one tick underneath that, and it allows me to get tighter leverage. And so I'm wrong like most of the time. I'm wrong like 70% of the time, about 65%. Oh my god, I have a headache. Went out celebrating last night with my friends because it's my second to last weekend up here, but I've got a wedding next weekend. So anyway, absolutely exhausted. But I'm losing weight, guys. I'm being healthy. I'm walking. I've been getting 20K steps a day. Getting healthier, so that's good. But anyway, yeah. So my system, I'm gonna have to like execute orders on my phone, which sucks. But just what I have to do. You know, I have a day job. That's what's going to pay the bills. That has to be my priority number one. And if I get to trade, then good. Then I'm lucky if I get to trade. But the big thing is with the gambling, and this is why I bring this up, is because I'm just in a cycle. I'll read from my journal, if this is my journal. No, this is my wife's journal. I'll paraphrase. You know, let me get my journal, because that's more raw, personal, and good. Okay, I got my journal. Okay, so yesterday, I went on tilt a little bit yesterday and gambled, and I won big, but that's not good. So this is what I wrote in my journal. I literally do not think I'm meant to manage money. I'm not capable of the psychological impacts. When I am up, I think great, now I can gamble. It's called house money effect, or house money bias. When I'm up, I think, great, now I can gamble. When I'm down, I think, I must size up so I can get back up faster. When I win, perpetuates the cycle till I am down, thinking, I need to size up to get back. And then I blow everything, motherfucker. Then I go into tilt like a junkie. I trade like the people Tommy Shelby takes money from. I just watched Peaky Blinders. I trade like the people Tommy Shelby takes money from, rather than trading like Tommy Shelby. Wealth built fast vanishes as quickly as it appears. Wealth built slowly, now that is real wealth. You need to trade like Tommy Shelby. And I wrote, how the fuck can you keep your cool though, eh? And that was the end of my journal. So, that's my journal, guys, from yesterday. And I crushed it yesterday. I mean, I grew my account a lot, but what started it off is what always starts it off. Something small. It's always a small domino that snowballs into much greater impacts. You know, just like many things, you know. World War I, Archduke Franz Ferdinand. That was his name, right? Archduke. Bro, if that's actually a musical artist who sings Take Me Out, I think. Archduke. It is Franz Ferdinand. Okay, bet. Alright. So, wrapping this video up because I gotta go to the farmer's market with some of my neighbors, get some coffee, get some life back into my body, take a shower. I need to take a shower after this. Where was I? Where does it start? The way it always starts, with one dumb mistake. It's like what I said with alcoholics. You know, I have a family member, cousin who's an alcoholic. He's in recovery now, you know, he does AA. Been sober for 1.5 or 2 years now, about. So he's healthy and stuff, but there's a saying in AA, which is, 1 is too many and 1,000 is never enough. So if you just have one drink, you know, that's it. It's like the first drink. You have to be disciplined enough to say no to the first drink. So applying this to trading, I have to be disciplined enough to say to the first trade, in the second trade, in the third trade, every time I have to be disciplined. And I've been really disciplined with my entry. It's not the entries that's the problem, it's the sizing. So I have to be disciplined with both the entry and the sizing. And to be disciplined with the sizing, I have to be disciplined with the mental. So it's really it's a pyramid. 3-pronged. There's 3 most important points: the entry, the mental discipline to always enter at the proper entry, but also enter with the proper size, you know? Top, bottom, left, bottom, right. So those are the 3 things that I'm really gonna focus on quite heavily as I trade. I do think having a full-time job will be good for me, because I won't be able to watch the market. I'll be focused on my work. So it'll be like I'll spend 15 minutes at the start of the work day kind of sneakily on my phone just trying to put orders in when they come up. We'll even have my wife potentially send me a screenshot of the charts so I can make my decision. And I'll be really sneaky with it and just enter. It'll take 2 minutes, so it won't even be a big deal. People look at their phones all the time. Hopefully, I hope, God. And hopefully I won't have like meetings and stuff that interfere, but I just have to stay disciplined and accept that it's gonna go slow, and it's probably gonna take like a couple years to get, oh my God, my head is ringing. It's gonna take a couple years to get where I wanna go. Ooh, Red Bull. So guys, my neighbors, they just texted me and said soon to going to the farmer's market. So I gotta wrap this video up, but I think I've given you guys a good, this channel is about capturing my journey. I can go back and watch one day video journals. It's also about helping other people. Last thing I'll say, in my last video I said something and it resonated with the person who watched. I said, I have to decide between being financially healthy or gambling and having fun. And those two things cannot really, at least within trading, they can't exist. I'm not saying I can never gamble, I can never go play Texas Hold'em. Sorry, my cat was just making sure they're using the litter box. I'm not saying I can never gamble, have fun. Can't be like a big part of my life for sure. But in trading, you always gotta have that first bet to be small, so I don't ever tilt. One is too many, 1,000 is never enough, and I gotta just focus on going slow, building wealth, growing my account slowly. Because in the grand scheme of life, it's pretty fast. Like 3 years isn't that hard, but when you're trading in such a small account, it does feel smaller. But I just have to go slow and trust the process, and things will go well. I've got a job, my wife has a job, she's remote, I've got a job, so it's okay, we'll be okay. But trading is my dream, and that's what I'm gonna focus on. So that's it, I'm going. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers so I can get this channel monetized. And I'll see you next time. Peace.